So, good afternoon everyone. My topic is all about media and techniques of painting. So, painting is a form of visual art that captures the expressions of ideas and emotions on a two-dimensional surface. Artists use the elements of shape, colors, lines, tones, and textures in unique ways to produce paintings that convey sensations, movement, volume, space, and light traditionally on flat surface. So, kay ba tanong kung unsa ang painting? So, nagpa-project naman ang uban nato ka group og sa mga paintings nato. So, ray mga paintings nga maka-inspired sa atoa, kanang paintings nga igtanaw pa lang nato kay makuha natong kanang attention. Painting is a fluid substance made of pigmented suspended in a liquid binder that is used to cover or decorate a surface. Painting is the process made of applying paint to a surface using tools such as brushes, a roller, a painting knife, or a paint sprayer. Medium and media is the material and tools used to make a work of art. Technique, it is the method and procedure used with an art medium. Craftsmanship is the skill with which the media and techniques are employed. Painting media and techniques. So the first one is acrylics. So ang kaning acrylics kay mo ni siyang usa sa materials nga pwede gamiton para pang painting. So binder, acrylic polymer, vehicle, solvent, water, ground, prepared gesso or raw canvas, paper, wood, glass, and etc. So the fourth one is the dry, fast, permanent, opaque, translucent. Next one is oils. Binder, linseed oil, vehicle, solvent, turpentine, mineral spirits, ground, prepared canvas, paper, or wood. Next is dry, slow, permanent, versatile, medium. The third one is the tempera. So, kani siyang tempera kay pwede po ni siya kanang gamiton sa pagpainting. Nya, nani siya lain-lain nga klase. So, ang example kay binder, gum arabic, and water. Vehicle, solvent, water, ground, paper, prepared wood panel, dry, fast, water soluble, opaque, dry, matte, surface, egg tempera, egg yolk can be added to make it enamel-like and permanent. So, next one is watercolor. So, muna siya ang basic materials nga atong gamiton sa pagpainting. So, na siya lain-lain nga klase, which is the binder, gum arabic, and water, vehicle, solvent, water, ground, paper, dry, fast, water soluble, transparent to translucent. So next is painting color theory. Basic color concept. So the first one is hue. Primary, secondary, intermediate. So when we say primary colors, it's red, blue, and yellow. So ang secondary kay mixing of two colors. While ang intermediate, muna na siya ang result sa secondary. So, for example, man siyang red-orange, mana siya ang example sa intermediate colors. So, the second one is the value. So, when we say value, it's low or high K, light or dark shades. So, when we say value, for example, sa painting, shading nimo nara sa imuha kung i-light ba nimo siya or i-dark. So, mao na siya ang value. So, the third one is intensity. Dull or bright. Next, transparent. Temperature, warm or cool. Unifying relationship, monochromatic, analogous. Contrasting relationship, complementary, polychromatic. Local, arbitrary. Juxtaposed colors, pointillism, divisionism. Symbolic color, expressive color, texture, impasto, collage. So there are featured artists in painting. So the first one is Gary Freeman. representational landscape acrylic on canvas. So kani siya nga artist kay more on landscape siya or acrylic on canvas. So the second one is Andrew Yeth, egg tempera and watercolors. So I have here examples of painting. So kani nga mga painting kay known na kaayo ni siya. The first one is Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. The second one is Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh.
Good day everyone, I am George Laika Mangahas from Group 19. So our next topic is all about the sculpture. So what is a sculpture nga ba? So sculpture is the branch of the visual arts that operate in 3 dimensions. Sculpture is a 3-dimensional artwork which is physically presented in the dimensions of height, width, and depth. So it is one of the plastic art that durable sculptural processes originally used by curving or ng pag-uukit. We say sculpture, it is a kind of artwork na ginagamitan natin ng pag-curving or ng pag-uukit ng into a things or nang makaka-form tayo ng isang bagay like for example ng tao-tao or ng favorite things niya, ganun. So now, let's proceed in the background on sculpting. So sculpting dates back to the Asian civilization. In ancient Egypt, the Great Sphinx was carved from limestone. So nung panahon daw ng mga ancient Egypt, is nauso daw sa kanila yung pag-uukit gamit ang bato. So sculpting was also important to the ancient Greek and Roman civilizations. Since the ancient times, sculpting has persisted as one of the most popular art form around the world to represent the beauty, emotion, and form. So sculptors, art critics, and art appreciators, and art students use the common words for sculpting materials, styles, and technique in order to have a meaningful dialogue with one another. So sa pag-sculpture or sa pagka-curving, may ginagamit tayo ng iba't ibang materials. So number 1 is ang bronze. So bronze is a strong materials, and bronze sculptures are made by creating a mold which the bronze can be cast into. A wax plaster mold is common because they can be removed with ease and protect the art piece underneath. So the bronze is heated to a liquid at around 1200 Fahrenheit, poured into the mold, and allowed to cool. So afterwards, the artist carefully breaks up the mold by Donatello. It is a famous bronze sculpture which was made around the 1440. So the second one is ang ceramic. So ceramic is a pottery clay or better known as ceramic in the art world. So it is one of the most popular sculpting materials. Pottery makers love to work with ceramic clay because it's incredibly flexible, making it perfect for the beginner and advanced artist. So ito palang ceramic is perfect siya para sa mga beginners sa pag-sculpture kasi madali lang siyang mamold. So ceramic clay can be self-hardening, meaning it doesn't require heat, or it can be more traditionally clay that requires a firing killer to harden the design. So ceramic can be molded into any design that the artist can come out with, and the sculptor can use his or her hands or other tools to craft the piece. So ancient Greeks are famous for their clay pottery, which was made on a clay wheel and decorated with black paint. So the third one is the marble. So Michelangelo's impressive Pieta is a marble statue inside the St. Peter Basilica. Was carved in 1498. Marble lens is a very realistic depiction of the human body and make it perfect for sculpture of people. To carve a marble sculpture, an artist curves onto the original piece of marble or creates a mold to work from. So a sculptor uses a chisel and other tools to carve out of the design. So ito palang marble siya, is perfect pala to siya pag gagawa ka ng tao or ng human body. Is mapapadali lang yung pag-sculpture mo kung gagamit ka ng marble. So let's proceed to the techniques. So sculpture use additive and subtractive techniques to create sculptures. Additive means to bring materials together, while subtractive means to take away from the base materials. So four main techniques exist in sculpting: curving, assembling, modeling, and castling. So I have here an example of the sculpture. The first one is the statue of the Moses by Michelangelo. And the second one naman is the Statue of Liberty, New York Harbor, USA. So I know naman na very familiarized na kayo dito sa USA sa Statue of Liberty. So, ito siyang sculpture nito is ginamitan siya ng marble. So, let's proceed on our next topic. So, our next topic is about architecture. So, architecture, it is the art and technique of designing and building, as distinguished from the skill associated with construction. So, it is both the process and the product of sketching, conceiving, planning, designing, and constructing building or other structure. So, the terms come from the Latin architectura, from ancient Greek architect, from ship and creator. Architecturals work in the materials form or building are often perceived as cultural symbols, as work of art, so historical civilizations are often identified with their surviving architectural achievements. When we say architecture, ito yung paggawa ng mga iba't ibang design ng building, wherein na matatawag natin sa tagagawa is an architect. Yung architect naman, sila yung bali yung nagpaplano, nag-i-sketch about sa mga plano na gagawin nila na design para dun sa gagawin nilang building or sa ipapatayo nilang building. So, the techniques of the architecture in the sense that they will be considered here are simply that methods are which structures are formed from the particular materials. So, this method are influenced not only by the availability and the character of materials but also by the total technological development of the society. For architecture depends on an organized labor force and upon existence of the tools and skills necessary to secure the manufactured, transport, and work durable materials. So, dito naman sa techniques is dahil sa technology and dahil sa pababago ng panahon or ng taon is madaming nauuso kumbaga, which is mas lalong na nag-upgrade yung mga materials na ginagamit natin sa paggawa ng mga building. Let's proceed on the materials and methods. So, sa paggawa ng mga building is may mga iba't ibang materials na ginamit. Pwede tayong gumamit ng stone, ng brick, ng wood, ng iron, ng steel, and concrete. While the methods naman is pwede tayong gumamit ng wall, load-bearing wall, non-bearing wall, post and lintel, arc, vault, dome, and truss. So here are the example of the architecture. The first one is the Eiffel Tower or the Paris France. So very familiarized naman kayo dito sa tower ng Paris, di ba? So itong tower ng Paris is para siyang pa-triangle na pahaba. Wherein ito is ginamitan siya ng wrought iron. So the second one naman is the Saint Peter of Basilica, Vatican in Rome, Italy. So, ito ding building na to is kakaiba din siya dahil sa design niya. So, makikita nyo tong ano na to, ng building is doon sa Italy. So, that's all for today. I hope na may na-impart akong knowledge sa inyo and thank you for watching.